Welcome to episode 11 of Super Bowl Preview by Review, Super Bowl 60, that is. We go to the 10th meeting all time between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots, and it occurred in Week 5 of the 1990 season. Chuck Knox leads the 1-3 Seattle Seahawks into Foxboro Stadium to take on Rod Rust's 1-3 New England Patriots. Here is your scoring by quarters. In the first quarter, Derek Fenner ran the ball in from 5 yards out. Seattle did not make the extra point, led 6-0. Then Tommy Kane caught a 20-yard pass from Dave Craig. Norm Johnson's extra point was good, and the Seahawks led 13-0. Jason Starowski, back with the Patriots, hit a 53-yard field goal to cut the Seahawks lead to 13-3 after one. In the second quarter, Norm Johnson hit a 31-yard field goal to give the Seahawks a 16-3 lead. Then Norm Johnson hit a 19-yard field goal, and the Seahawks led 19-3. Brent Williams returned a defensive fumble, 45 yards for the score, and Jason Starowski's extra point cut the Seahawks lead to 19-10 at the half. In the third quarter, Hart Lee Dykes caught a 35-yard pass from Mark Wilson. Jason Starowski's extra point was good, and it cut the Seahawks lead to 19-17. In the fourth quarter, Jason Starowski hit a 48-yard field goal to give the Patriots a 20-19 lead. Then Jeff Chadwick caught a 45-yard pass from Dave Craig. Norm Johnson's extra point was good, and the Seahawks took a 26-20 lead. Derek Fenner ran the ball in from 5 yards out. Norm Johnson's extra point was good, and Seattle will go on to win 33-20. The game was played outdoors on AstroTurf. It was 72 degrees. The Seahawks were favored by 3, and they covered. Statistically speaking, the Seahawks turned the ball over twice, but the Patriots turned it over 5 times. Individually, for the Seahawks, Dave Craig threw for 254 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He was sacked 3 times. Derek Fenner ran for 77 yards and 2 touchdowns. And through the air, John Williams had 74 receiving yards on 4 catches. For the Patriots, Mark Wilson threw for 227 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He was sacked 4 times. John Stevens ran for 43 yards on 14 carries, and Hart Lee Dykes had 103 yards receiving and 1 touchdown. On defense for the Seahawks, Dwayne Harper had an interception, as did Eugene Robinson, who picked up 20 yards. Jacob Green and Rufus Porter each had a sack. Eugene Robinson recovered a fumble. Jacob Green forced 2 fumbles. Rufus Porter both forced and recovered 1. James Jefferson recovered a fumble. Nesby Glasgow forced a fumble, and Mel Jenkins recovered a fumble. For the New England Patriots, Fred Marion had an interception. Chris Singleton had a sack, as did Garen Veras. Ray Agnew and Vincent Brown each had half a sack. Garen Veras forced a fumble. Don Overton forced a fumble. Mark Wilson recovered a fumble, and Brent Williams recovered the fumble for 45 yards and a touchdown. Returning kicks and punts for the Seahawks, Chris Warren had 31 yards on 2 kick returns, and James Jefferson had 29 yards on 3 punt returns. For the Patriots, Don Overton had 61 yards on 3 kick returns, and Irving Fryer had 5 yards on 1 punt return. The Seattle Seahawks go on to win 33-20. Let's take a look at the uniform matchup. The Patriots are the home team, and they wore the red jerseys, Seattle in the light. NBC was on the call with Don Criqui and Bob Trumpy. Let's take a look now at Scorigami. And 33-20 for Scorigami. The Washington Redskins and Atlanta Falcons did it first. Most recently, the Steelers and Bengals in 2015. The Redskins and Falcons was 1966. It's happened 11 times overall. So the Patriots lose. They still lead the series 6-4. Stay tuned for more Super Bowl 60 preview by review.